And continuing right where I left. Which is to say, right in the middle of the mountain. With all these strange gribbly. But who built this mine? Oh yeah, well... Oh, it actually is. Well... Norse mythology gods were quite flexible in their duties or tasks or whatever they did. They were not just gods of one thing. Of course, they were something that they had many, you could say, aspects. For example, Odin was not just the chief god, but he was he was also a god of magics and trickery and all that.
I think I see how this works. The claw's on one side. And if we get this unstuck...
Oh... The claw's going up, rocks coming down.
Oh no! I think the rope's stuck under that rock.
That was careless.
Yes, sir. Sorry, sir. Stop! But maybe we can find our way up through there.
Well, that...
Getting rid of those things.
Shit. They learn how to fight. They are quite adept at fighting teamwork. Which of course is not surprising in a sense at all. More. Yep. Oh yeah, that could have been used to blind the enemies, but I didn't. Mostly because there was
Follow me, Atreus.
quite lots of them to be killed. Well, one more big door.
I'm sure we can figure this out.
Oh yeah, that was the exit door, and the general landscapes in here may be a bit confusing, so even though there is a compass on Kratos' mind. Mostly because I think that, I guess this would be something like a, well, mythical Viking era 700 something. It's a bit various about how long era the Viking. Well, you can quite easily say that the Viking era was a bit of a flexible thing.
The stonework, that's definitely Yoda. You know, I think the giants not only mined the mountain, but actually lived here.
Some gnarled roots which I can't break open because I don't have the magic or whatever it is. There's lots of... And that's the... Well... They most likely wrote something profane to it.
That's funny.
How so?
One hand wrote, Jotnar only. And another wrote, and also doors. Should we add to it?
No.
Yeah, it's a
We need to
graffiti.
free the rope from under the mess you created up there, boy.
Maybe there's a way up there through that passage that opened.
We will see.
There has to be. This is a video game. This must be the passage forward, or at least the solution of this. And there's a bird. And you again.
You had a way around the Black Breath all along.
Now don't go thinking I could have gotten you past it, you big sack of meat. I got ways around most everything, especially up here. Time was, my folk had the run of this joint. Improved the design of the Jotnar traps and built workarounds to boot. Why you think they're so devious? Oh, that reminds me. Watch out for traps.
Yep. And a lampshade about how in hell this Brock in here. He can go move around, but the fact that he can move around in here doesn't mean he can move us around in here.
Wow. How big is this place?
It is a mountain. Big.
Yeah, well, that's Kratos is quite bleak and so you could say slightly snarky. Although I wouldn't call Kratos really about sarcastic. It's more like the little bit of humor there is. Kratos is the or can be taken from Kratos in this game. Is that utterly serious, matter-of-fact tone he handles everything. There is not so much of all kinds of insanity
More
and
traps.
craziness.
There's a tunnel, but you won't fit.
Take it.
Okay.
Or how does it work? Oh yeah, it's something that I can...
You okay?
Of course.
Well, if he came through alive, that means he's alive. Okay, enough. Although when it's a matter of Kratos... Kratos most likely has never been much of okay. Not for a long time. And that certainly should not be surprising to anybody that Kratos is not... Your history, Draugr. Elbow and tackle and face stomps.
Take that, Roger!
And if it explodes, well, Kratos is in a state of mutilating mastery, so...
Looks kind of heavy.
I can move it.
Yeah, I don't think there is anything too heavy for Kratos to move. It's just a matter of how long it takes. Yeah, that opened the path over there, but how do I get there? Oh yeah, like that. Fucking that pest, that kind of pest again. Where are you?
Yeah.
Is that some sort of specialty bug that killing is fucking difficult? That certainly feels like with... Damn, it's vulnerable just so fucking short time. Well, that was the way.
And we're stuck. Card's still attached to
I
the...
see that. There.
Let's go!
Well, yeah, that's the so-called Gordian knot solution. But here was also some nice
I bet that's where those came from.
handy stuff, so it's time to...
That's it! Maybe there's a way through that big gate up there?
Yep, and yep. No need to be particularly extra accurate about the positioning. There's no... Platforming in God of War games has usually been of the more easy type of... break down the bridge to open a pathway to a new lamp, just to open it. And of course some old-fashioned, or not so old-fashioned, vandalism. That's history. That's actually quite good order. Stay dead. When it's a matter of things which aren't so dead. And of course this is not the first, you could say, story where I've heard that kind of expression and stay dead. And some healings, but luckily the chain opened, made it certain that there's much less walking around to get back where I was. Nothing too subtle about. Oh hey, look at that, the pest. Pest had nothing.
Look at all this old stuff.
If it is not useful, leave it alone.
I know.
That's actually in a sense quite ruthless, but understandable attitude from Kratos about this in this, of course, situation. But then again, Kratos has never particularly appeared to be really scholarly type of someone to study and think. Mostly because all the places he's been going through, he kills them, he destroys them. Usually got with some quite very excessively thorough means. Well, I dropped down from here, and it must be here. Oh yeah, it is here, because hey, there's a smashable wall showing where to go, and a big rock.
Another lantern.
Broken. Leave it.
What could they be for? There's something special about them. I can feel it.
There's a chain, so let's just smash it down, and the doorway, let's just open it, and yeah, and a doorway to that, so I can push the big cart thing forward, and I wonder how much would that thing weigh. Those rails it's placed on don't seem to be particularly good. They appear uneven, covered with all kinds of grime and dirt, making the friction of them much more huge. And of course that was the place where I had to put the big cart thing. Oh yeah, no, right at the big, quite much where I was meant to be. Ooh, some. Yeah, drop it.
Still need to free the rope. Think you can use the cart to get us up there? Okay, I think we can get to that rock now.
Yep.
I think it's up ahead.
And of course, all these unopened treasure chests and all that kind of nice things usually are quite good indication that you haven't gone this far yet. And well, first make sure the pathway is opened. Mostly because hey, it's over. The Kratos there is no too heavy. Just this rock would weigh tens of tons. Oh.
You did it! I bet we can make the rope wheel work now. Why give us the way to the top?
I'm quite certain that there will be more Draugr disturbing.
Okay, here we go.
Nope. Not Draugr. Yeah, and fought the... Not the most brave way of fighting against that. But brave is never been the real fancy method of how Kratos fights. He's usually preferred those methods which get results. And if staying out of monsters' way gets results, he's gonna employ that method. Oh shit! And Roger are unpleasant and dangerous, but the true danger of them is in distracting. Now wrestle the face to pieces. Oh. The basic Kratos maneuver. Head off. Generally this far you could still say that there hasn't been much of a really big ice it does not feel as a element or thing which would have rage. Storm, well, not to say how much of a storm could be. Well, storms of course are, you could say, fickle elements because they can rise usually quite quickly. But and fire, of course, fire is can be a very angry element, but ice doesn't feel really angry. It feels much more of a patient and ruthless and
oh, there it goes again.
oh yeah, now it's frozen. Meaning I can just now grab it and oh, now I figure it out. Push the cart, or how you wanna call it, so that the big claw grabby thing can take it and then ride it and pull the axe in so I can... Yeah, that's the chariots.
That's perfect.
I don't think there's anything much of importance here, so...
Here we go. Do you think this goes all the way to the top?
We will see soon enough.
Most likely not enough top, or we'll get quite high, but most likely not high enough.
Strange up there. We're heading into danger.
Do not concern yourself with what might be. Focus on what is, and be vigilant.
Yes, sir.
But that's...
Oh, we're closer.
That was actually quite good lesson from Kratos. Focus not on what might be, but on what is.
There's a note. A giant's prayer. They're asking their ancestors to watch over them. To guide them home.
Boy,
Wait. I think I know how it works. Watch.
what did you write?
I asked them to watch over Mother. Do you think they'll watch over us on the way to the top?
Come, boy. It is a long way up.
And yet, in this game of complete, very impressive amount of quite large amount of violence and over-the-top killings. Actually, they are not so well. They are over the top, but they are not as insanely thoroughly over the top as Kratos is wont to do.
The tunnel, boy.
Got it. Be careful.
More tests.
Dwarves must have carved these tunnels around the giant's traps. Good thing, too. Well, good for me, anyway.
Oh, yep. But that was not too particularly complicated, just timing.
Oh, come on!
That is not helping.
See you on the other side.
Yeah, just...
Right behind you.
Oh shit, there's... Man, that's a pest. Yeah, there's luckily some protective fires and protective big rocks to make it, and which might be much more. Well, that works. I'll just go and grab the treasure chest as well and continue with the healing. All kinds of thingamajiggery and trinkets and stuff, which are quite nice to have, but how necessary they are.
Looks like the only way up is with the lift. Somehow.
I really can't tell. I guess that the game is of course trying to cater for all kinds of specialty moves, but in this kind of games there usually is some kind of you could say theory or idea that you can play with any kind of methods, but it's practically well, From Software, which is the one who just perhaps made it perfect, and they made it so that at least more progressively, more and more, that armor and everything like that is useless in the long run.
That did it!
Because well, the enemy damage
You're still too heavy.
will get so much more than any armor can protect you, so you have to learn how to dodge.
Moving again.
instead of just tanking and
When we get
blocking.
to the summit, how far do you think we'll be able to see? The lake? The world serpent? Our house?
We will see when we get there. Until then, eyes open.
It most likely means very far.
Whoa!
Atreus!
I'm fine. Just lost my balance for a moment. You know, for someone so strong, you sure worry a lot.
It serves me well, and how I keep us alive.
I guess. Not a terribly fun way to live, though.
But and tackle it and tackle. Well, that didn't need tackle. That just went just with a kick to the head. But this is just old-fashioned God of War. You are going up with a lift, and enemies will climb up to it, and you will kill them. Occasionally, it might also be that enemies wanna try to kamikaze kill you by. Enemies are also kamikaze eager to just. Out of there. Tackle, stomps, and old-fashioned way. Come on, boy, strangle him. And in this game I haven't been so good at with the use of blocking. Mostly because Kratos usually has not been much of a blocking character. It's not
How is that for fun?
I get it. I should worry more. Is this where we get off?
No, we are stuck.
well, luckily we are not stuck in that way. That
Can you get it free?
but I must say that the animation in this game and graphics generally, you could say that graphics in this game is absolutely brilliant. Even when in this generation, when you can say every game has good graphics,
Yes.
this has it very great. It's especially in the skin texture and faces. You can, no, you are not gonna relax because you're gonna get the fuck out of this place. And you are just gonna enjoy being shredded. Oh, that's a troll. Time to bring out some anger. Oh, damn. Old-fashioned way.
I know.
Meaning killing everything. And that's also old-fashioned way of Kratos grabbing hold of monsters so he can just steer it around in rage, hammering its head until it just keels over and dies. And I'm back in full power again.
See,
Father, after we scatter Mother's ashes, what then? What comes next?
nothing comes next. We go home.
That's it? The adventure is over?
For now. But we will have much to do. You were right earlier on the boat after cutting down the last tree. You said it felt like something had changed. And it has. And our home is no longer safe. But it will be again. And we must continue your training.
Okay.
Now this really feels on the scale of God of War games of being this huge.
Nothing's gonna stop us.
Yeah,
Calm
that's
yourself, boy, and stay behind me.
that thing is not so much nothing. That's our.
Enemies ahead.
Oh shit! Oh. It's so. Shit, it's big. But it doesn't seem to do anything else except just jab with his hand in quite predictable pattern. And if that thing's name was Terror, it's quite bloody appropriate. And it's eating this fucking thing, but... And it's not spewing fire, it's spewing thunder.
What are you doing?
Be ready.
Oh yeah, that's the Kratos maneuvers, using whatever big environmental things to your advantage.
Hold on.
Oh yeah, thanks for giving me a ride, monster.
That was intense.
Well,
Hold.
Whoa, what was that?
those red crystals are damaged. Now it's time to end this episode right here after quite dramatic encounter with lightning spewing Terror. So, see you next time. See ya.